Can you hear me now? Oh, there
Test,
we
test,
are.
test.
What's up, everybody?
Is mine louder than his? Yes, okay. Hi.
How's everybody doing today? All right, question. Has anyone seen any of our shows?
Yay.
Great. Does anyone actually like any of our shows? Okay, so most of you guys in the front, not so much in the back.
Hi, everyone. I am Rae El Moussa. You guys might have seen me on Selling Sunset. I was on Selling Sunset for 7 years, which is on Netflix. Then I migrated to HGTV with my lovely husband. I was on some episodes of his show, Flipping 101. And now we did the Flipping El Moussas, where we flipped houses together. And now we have a show called The Flip Off. And we just started filming season 2. Woo!
Did anybody see season 1 of The Flip Off? Yeah. Okay, does anyone know who the king of flipping is? Okay, I mean, the word on the streets is it's Heather, but I was just making sure.
The queen of flipping. So
All right.
yeah, we're just here to have fun with you guys today.
So, our panel is about, flipping our lives, flipping houses. So I guess my question to you guys would be, are we more interested in talking about real estate today or our lives today? What do you guys think?
Lives? Okay. Where should we start?
Well.
Do you guys want to hear from when we met or our lives before we met, or kind of a mix of both?
We're going to do a little bit of mix of both. So, between Heather and I'm a brand, Heather's a brand, and together we're a brand. I somehow ended up on HGTV with a crazy idea back in 2010 to get a house flipping TV show before I ever flipped a house. And somehow a network agreed to say yes, even though I had no money and I didn't know what I was doing. So I got on a show created called Flip or Flop. From there, I did that for 10 seasons. During that time, I went through thyroid cancer. I went through testicular cancer. I had a back surgery, a very awful public divorce, a really, really rough time. I hit a rock bottom in my life after a lot of health issues in 2016. Luckily, 2019 that is, I met my wife, Heather. Now, how I got her to go out with me, now that is a miracle.
He got me to go out with him because he was sweet, he was endearing, and he was a kind person. I could tell that he had a really big heart. I lived in Los Angeles. Sorry, honey, but I had dated a lot of assholes. And, at 31 years old, I was kind of like, I am just done with this, and I didn't want to go through pain anymore. I knew I wanted to get married. I just had not found anyone that I wanted to marry until I met Tarek. And, I actually said no to our first date.
Wait, do they want to hear how we met? Do you guys want to hear how we met?
We'll shorten it a little bit.
No, we can't. It's a good one, you guys. This is for the people that think things are impossible. Anything's possible.
So I say, and maybe the ladies might know what this is, it was a meet cute. It was just like a very natural way of meeting. It wasn't through anyone setting us up. It wasn't through DMs. It wasn't through a dating app. I had just finished filming season 1 of Selling Sunset. So the show was not even a well-known show yet. It was a baby show. And it was 4th of July, 2019. And my girlfriend was like, we were living in LA, and she's like, do you want to go to Malibu, white party, or do you want to go down to Newport Beach? On a yacht. And I was like, let's go to Newport, whatever. And so
Thank God I had a yacht.
It wasn't his, though. No, well, he has one, but it wasn't his that I was on. I was on someone else's. So I was a hot commodity that day. I was single. My aura was like really bright. I was having a lot of fun, drinking champagne, like bouncing around. And I saw one of my girlfriends on the boat next to us, which was Tarek's. I didn't know at the time. And she was like, come over. So I went and jumped on his boat and started talking with her. And within, 30 seconds to a minute?
Oh, no, 30 seconds to a minute, like 0.5 seconds, I'm standing on the back of my boat. There's a big party, by the way. There's people throwing fire sticks, and there's loud music, and there's 40 people on my boat, and I see these braids out of the corner of my eye. I literally stopped talking mid-conversation. I walk up to her, and I was like, who are you? I said, hi, I'm Tarek. I throw my hand out. She goes, I know who you are. And I'm thinking, yeah, you do. I'm the house flipper guy. She goes, you asked me out 2 years ago. Don't you remember?
So he slid into my DMs, and I had a boyfriend at the time. I was living out of the country, and I was like, I know who this guy is, and he's asking me on a date. So I even showed my boyfriend at the time. I'm like, oh, look who asked me out. And I said, no, thank you. I'm flattered, but I have a boyfriend.
She's like, oh, I'll take you out later. Okay, so she goes, don't you remember? I'm like, no. I was like, where did I ask you out? She goes, Instagram. I said, hold on. So I turned my back to her, and I look, and she responded she had a boyfriend. So I looked back around. I was like, still got that boyfriend? She goes, no. I said, great. You want to go to Paris? What did you say?
I said no.
Who says no to Paris?
A respectable woman says no.
I said, fine. How about Las Vegas? What'd you say?
I said, no, I'm not going to go spend the night with you anywhere. I know how this game is.
And then I said 2 separate rooms.
And I said, yeah, right.
And then I said dinner.
I said possibly. And then he took a selfie with me and posted it. And I was like, that's weird.
So here's where the story gets fun. Are you guys ready for the fun part? All right, so finally I'm breaking her down. She's starting to fall for me, of course. And some girl walks up to us on my boat, says something that offends Heather, and Heather leaves.
Okay, so we are in like a deep conversation, actually having like a nice, genuine conversation. I think we were talking about his divorce, love, just kind of like having like a deeper conversation in the midst of the chaos of everyone drinking and partying. We were like having a nice connection. These like young girls come up and they're like, no talking about that on this boat. And I was like, you know what? I'm out of here. I don't need to deal with this. I'm 31 years old at the time, not dealing with 20-year-old bimbos. So I was like, I'm leaving.
Well, you're making me look great right now.
I'm painting the picture for you guys.
They were 21. They could drink. Okay, just kidding, you guys. Okay, so I'm not kidding. She literally leaves my boat. Next thing I know, I'm sitting in the wheelhouse of my boat on the couch. Everybody's partying, and I look out the window. I'm all sad. I see her on the front of the yacht next to me, which is bigger than mine, by the way, with this good-looking dude with this long hair, and they're laughing. She's throwing her hair back and shit. I said, oh, hell no. So what did I do? You tell him what I did.
So I'm talking to this guy, we're flirting, sorry, honey, and I hear, honk. He honks his boat horn at me, and I'm like, and we have it on camera, like someone was filming that.
You guys, this is a bar. The whole bar jumped. I honked a yacht horn. I stuck my head out of the sunroof. I yelled at the guy to get off my girl. She looked at me like I was crazy. I got off my boat, went on the boat she was on. I had no idea whose boat it was, walked all the way to the front of the boat. As I approached the guy, I started thinking, I wonder how this is going to go. As I got closer, he goes, hey, bro, big fan. Gives me knuckles, walks off, and I said, you owe me a date.
So I said, maybe. So I gave him my number. We kept in touch for a few weeks, and then we planned a date. That morning, I woke up, and I was like, why am I doing this? I'm going to waste my time. It's not going to go anywhere. He's on TV. He's probably a douchebag. And I texted him, and I said, I'm just not in a place to go on this date right now, and I'm sorry, but I need to cancel.
But she didn't know I was a master salesman. So, I did tell her, I'm different than you think. You should give it a chance. And somehow that one line worked, and she gave me the date.
Well, it took a few more weeks, and one of my best girlfriends, she was like, just go. Why not just go? And I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm like, how about Monday, 8 o'clock, only drinks, and that's it. And he's like, the busiest man, and he ended up making it work because, no man is too busy to take you on a date if they really want to take you on a date. They will move mountains to do anything for you. That's what he did. I literally gave him no options. And he tried to say, can you come down to me? I'll send a car. No. You have to come to me. I'll meet you there. He goes, can I at least pick you up? Fine. I'll let you pick me up. 8 o'clock, drinks only. That's it. And I stuck to it, and he made it work.
And I had her drink until 3 a.m.
Well, the date was a disaster.
Oh, I was a mess.
It was the best disaster, though. He was sweating the whole time.
Well, why was I... Listen, you guys. Okay. I'm not a fancy guy, and I know one thing. I have this one blue sweater. I know I look good in this sweater, like the one sweater. So I wore the sweater on the date. The problem was, it was a heat wave in July in Los Angeles. So the whole dinner, I'm sweating, and then I'm having anxiety about the sweat, so I keep hiding in the bathroom.
So he's just like a nervous wreck, and I'm like, I'm like a pretty chill person most of the time, and he's just like a nervous wreck, and he liked me more than I liked him. Like I was
Whoa.
like, you did, okay? He was in love, and I was like, trying to figure him out. Like, do I like him? I don't know. Like he's kind of dorky. I didn't know he was swaggy at the time. He is, but I'm like, he's a dork. Like I've seen him on TV. He's just not. I don't know. And I'm trying to figure him out. I like him. He's sweet. He's cute, but I don't know. And I was like, are you okay? And he's like, no, I am not okay.
At all. I am not okay at all. I'm having a nervous breakdown.
Let's just get drunk and have fun, And that's what we did. And then we've been inseparable ever since. And he treated me like a wife from the day I met him. He introduced me to the kids after about a week and a half. I met the kids. I met his whole big family all on the same night. And that was it. And we just moved in together pretty much right away. And I was a stepmom in training. I'd never been around children and, my nieces, but I had never raised children, nor did I think I ever wanted children, nor did I think I would ever date a man that had children already, because I know that there's a lot of drama and baggage that can come with that. And it ended up being...
With us, not at all.
And, he was filming with Christina still, his ex-wife. They were filming Flip or Flop still together. So I came into, being a single girl in LA, 2 kids, ex-wife, very much in our lives every single day. And I had to navigate through that situation while falling in love. And then what? You proposed to me a year later.
1 year and 1 day later.
Yeah.
And I got in trouble because I took too long. True story. So, today's panel we're talking about, flipping 101, flip your life. So for me, a big part of flipping my life was when I met Heather, because, life is a series of ups and downs, and we've all had our rock bottoms. And, for me, after thyroid cancer, testicular cancer, the back surgery, and just all that hell I went through, I had kind of given up on the idea of happiness, to be honest. It sounds so sad, but I was kind of numb. And you get to a point where something happens, a defining moment in your life that triggers something within you that puts that spark back in you and brings you back to life. So for me, that's how I flipped my life, by really believing that I could live a life I deserved and being ready to start over. And I started over with Heather. And today we have a beautiful baby boy, 2 years, 8 months. We have multiple shows together. And I love her very much.
Aw. Yeah, there's a lot of in-between things there, but it is true. We've built this life together. We've been together now 6 years.
Well, she normally says 6 long years.
Our 4-year wedding anniversary is coming up, and I'm sure a lot of you are married. You're in relationships. Like, there's a lot of ups and downs in life. Marriage is very challenging at times, but so beautiful. Tarek and I have had to navigate, a lot of things together. But in the end, we are best friends. We have so much fun together, and we have to remind each other, like, we laugh, we have fun, we communicate, we have quality time.
We flip houses.
We're on TV together, which is so much fun, and we're raising beautiful children together. And now we're filming a TV show with Tarek's ex-wife, which we never thought we'd be doing that, to be honest.
God, no. You guys, some of you said you saw the flip off, right? Yeah. That was a good show. So the flip off, in case you guys don't know what that show is, it's a show where me and Heather are flipping a house, competing against my ex-wife, and at the time, her now ex-husband.
Yes.
But yeah, we're going to another season.
Yeah, and Christina and I, we're all co-parenting together, and we've had our relationship ups and downs, and Tarek and her went from hating each other to not speaking, only speaking about the kids, and then, we all had our issues, as a lot of divorced couples do, and filming the flip-off brought us all closer together on a level where her and I weren't just co-parenting mothers, we were friends, and we got to know each other in a deeper level of actually seeing each other who we were as women. And, now her and I, we work out together, we go to dinners together.
And by the way, I had one rule, just so everybody knows. I had one rule going into the show. You want to know the one rule? The girls can't be friends. No, they do it at lunches, workouts, dinners, girls' trips. They pick on me.
We don't do girls' trips, okay?
No, but they tried. They tried.
We still might. I don't know if he's ready for that, but, I can't promise we won't, but he's my number one, okay? That you'll always be my number one, but I like her, you guys. I do. We have fun together. Sorry.
Messy.
And we like to pick on him. And, she is the one person that understands Tarek a lot besides me. She's known him since they were in their, early 20s. He is a difficult man. In the best way. You are.
Yeah, okay. It's clear she's been getting brainwashed by my ex-wife. We can all see what's happening here.
Stop it. And now, we are proudly in couples therapy.
Yeah, me, Heather, and Christina.
No. And I truly believe that couples therapy should happen earlier on in a relationship. I think in the beginning, everything is rainbows and butterflies and happiness, and then you kind of get into the deeper shit.
Yeah, well, we got the best advice ever from our very close family friend, our lawyer, and the gentleman who actually married us, our friend Roger. And they have this beautiful marriage and the best family, and they're so kind and sweet and loving. And we're like, what's your secret? They're like, we've been going to therapy for 30 years. I'm like, oh, so guess what? We followed their path because we see what a thriving family they've created. So yeah, we do the same.
Yeah, we're very busy, as we all are. We have multiple children, or we're co-parenting, we're raising kids, we're businesses, we're on TV. So life gets very busy. It can be very chaotic. And, Tarek and I, we really try to carve out quality time together. Even if it's 20 or 30 minutes, I'm like, I need quality time. Put your phone down. We are, just communicating. And I think couples therapy has helped us kind of break through some of communication things that as couples you might have a challenge at home or can turn into an argument. And, I think people are like, couples therapy, oh my God, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong. A beautiful relationship should just continue to build that beautiful relationship.
So our life's very messy. Any questions?
No, and then, we launched a beauty business called Heather Rae Essentials back in February 14th. I started working on a beauty line early 2021. And, I get glam pretty much 2 to 3 times a week on multiple TV shows. I know, what is good glam? What is good makeup? What is good lip gloss? So I'm like, what is next? I want to do something more than, flipping houses, real estate, TV, and beauty just kind of came natural to me. I've had my esthetician license since I was 19 years old. I've been obsessed with skincare since I was very young. And so, our partners at the time, they were like, well, why don't we just white label something? And I was like, I can't white label. If I'm going to build something, with my name, it has to be me 100% every step of the way. So Heather Rae Essentials was starting to be born early 2021. It took me almost 4.5 years to launch. So we launched February 2025, and we have 5 lip glosses out, 3 body products, sold out multiple times now. And I have learned so much about business. Tarek's a true entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur in training. I am still learning so much. And one day I will write a book for all the women out there and men who are learning about business, because I made so many mistakes. And Tarek knows some of them, and he has guided me along the way in so many ways. But I've made so many mistakes, but it's so fulfilling to have my name on something that I'm so passionate about and have built from scratch. And what else?
Has anyone seen, weird question. Has anyone seen us on a TikTok Live before? No. Okay, so on TikTok Live, believe it or not, I'm actually the #1 model for the company. So if you ever want to see me wearing lipstick, all the different colors, if you go to my TikTok, you'll see the show.
Yes. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions that we could answer?
Yeah, do we have any questions?
We have 10 minutes, so we can keep going, or we can answer anything.
Hi, I'm just wondering how season 2 of Flip Off is going, and if you found a house, and if not, what you're looking for.
Man, season 2 of the Flip Off just started. The word on the streets is Christina's got a house already because she's been taunting us about it through social media, and we haven't found ours yet. So if anyone knows of a terrible house that's ugly, nasty, dingy, maybe falling over in California, please sell it to us.
Yeah, so that's the interesting thing about a competition, right? Like, you're in each other's heads. You're trying to trick each other. We don't know what's real and what's not real. And Christina's really good at getting under his skin and getting in his head. So he's like a nervous wreck, always stressed out during this competition. And I'm like, okay, let's try to think like her. Like, does she have a house? Is she tricking us? She says it has an ocean view. Does it have an ocean view? Is she just trying to mess with us? So we have to be smarter than Christina. But yeah, it's going well so far. We've only just started filming, and we're having a lot of fun. Anyone else?
What's been the hardest part of going from a TV personality to a founder of a business?
To what? Oh,
To the founder of a business.
oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, TV comes very natural to me. I really, you know, I came from like a modeling world, did some commercials, a little bit of acting, and I was a dancer for 14 years. I did tap, ballet, and jazz, so I was like a natural performer, and TV just kind of came natural to me. Plus, it's a reality show. I get to just be myself. Being a founder of a company, every day I run into a problem. Every single day, there's something that goes wrong. I had no idea how to launch a business. So it's like I'm learning as I go. It's so stressful. It's so stressful. I mean, there's been so many nights where I can't sleep, or I'm, you know, just worried about something, and I'm still like, it's such a new brand that I'm learning about the, like, reordering and how long things take and the process, and my components and packaging were custom, which is so expensive. So now I'm changing that, and I'm discussing changing the name because I want to build this thing so big, bigger than me, and I want women to love the product. So I care about what each and every single person comments and tells me in reviews. Like, I care so deeply, and I think when something is yours, you just want to succeed so much, and I want everyone to love it so much. And so that's been the hardest thing, is just like the stress that comes with building a brand and building a business. Mm-hmm. But it's so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling, yeah.
Any more questions? All right, I'm just going to talk about house flipping really quick because, you know, a lot of people think it's very difficult and confusing, so I'm going to give you all Tarek's tips and shortcuts. So number 1, there's only 2 ways to find houses to flip, okay? 1, talk to people that sell houses. 2, talk to people that own houses. If you talk to one of those groups of people, you're going to find houses. The problem is most investors, they want to find houses to flip, but they're never looking for the houses to actually flip. They're looking online on how to design the houses that they're never going to find because they're never talking to the people that actually have the houses. So step 1, find the house. Step 2, get the contractor, and don't get the custom kitchen, don't get the custom bathroom guy. Go on ChatGPT, do research, find out what contractors in this area specialize in remodeling rental properties and house flips. Why? You want to hire a contractor that knows what to do better than you. So step 1, get the house. Step 2, get the contractor. Step 3, get a good, affordable, realistic designer. Connect them with the contractor. You go to Mexico. Let them do their work. You come back, you hire the realtor, and they sell it, and that's how you have the less stress and the most money.
I would not go to Mexico.
Now, if you really want to be stressed out, do the work yourself. I did that. I electrocuted myself. I burned myself with acid. Yeah, I've done a lot of dumb things. And then, the design, yeah, I used to live in Home Depot. I used to go to Home Depot and put paint cans in my Honda and microwaves and all the things. And then I learned that time is our most valuable asset. So does it make more sense for me to save $100 by going to Home Depot? Or does it make more sense to find a house that will make me $200,000? So early on, I realized after doing every single thing on my first flip, well, 1, I'm useless. 2, I'm not handy at all. And 3, my time is better spent in sales.
Yes. So I came from luxury real estate, as some of you guys know. And when I started flipping houses with Tarek, Well, you go from like 20, $40 million homes where I get to dress like this, and I go to these disgusting, bug-filled, cockroach, nasty houses. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So I had to take like my luxury real estate hat, take that off, and turn it into a flipper, all while being on TV with everyone criticizing me, watching me, while being pregnant, while filming Selling Sunset Still. But I learned so much about flipping houses. I'm still learning. It is so amazing to transform something that's so disgusting and ugly and run down and make it beautiful and be able to sell that to a family that's so excited to buy a house, their first home normally. And so we're very passionate about that. And how do you take like luxury design and bring it in a more inexpensive way? So Tarek and I are really good at that when it comes to flipping houses, is making our homes look personalized, high-end, but at an inexpensive cost. So we're not flipping houses on TV anymore, which I miss because it's so fun.
Well, the flip off.
The flip off one. So last year we flipped 14, 15 houses together, all
on
at
TV.
The same time on TV. I learned so much. I learned so much about the financials, and I wanted to like, can't we just raise the ceiling on this house? Can't we just do this? And he's like, babe, no, you can't. You can't just spend this crazy amount of money on a house flip. So I learned so much along the way. I would have made so many mistakes if it wasn't for Tarek. But that's the learning lesson of life. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, like both of us have, and you just learn from that and take those mistakes and learn and build and keep growing.
And that's it. So I have a question. So anybody in the room right now own a house or a rental property? Okay. Has anyone been wanting to buy a house and they've been unable to because of the cost of home prices and interest rates? Okay, so that's happening all around the country. So before we leave today, I just want to share some information, which if you ask me, I think is good information. So a few different things. 1 in 7 houses in escrow during August of 2025 were canceled. So we're having a lot of cancellations of escrows. We've been in the most unaffordable real estate market since 1984. Up until about 2-3 weeks ago. And then a new report came out that we are officially in the most unaffordable real estate market in U.S. history, as far back as they can track. Now, why am I bringing these things up? I was on Bloomberg yesterday, and a guy was on saying how there's no demand for real estate. I was like, well, wait a minute. There's a lot of demand for real estate. We literally are in a housing crisis because there's a housing shortage because all the builders went bankrupt during the Great Recession. So the demand is there. What's not there is the affordability. People just can't afford because the cost of living is so high, the cost of mortgages are so high. But here's the good news that most people don't really see unless you're in the industry. If you're in the industry, the real estate industry, we've been in our own quiet recession for 3.5 years. So any real estate agent, loan officer, title officer, their income is down anywhere between 40 and 80%. So if you guys are worried about a crash coming or real estate going into the toilet, I'm a huge believer that that is not going to happen. We're definitely in an adjustment period, and we're seeing great opportunities all over the country: Phoenix, Arizona, Austin, Texas, Tampa, Florida. And I truly believe 2026 is going to be a very good year for real estate. I think rates will end up in the low 5s. So I think if you are considering buying a house, a great opportunity is going to be November, December 2025 through spring of 2026. And I think we've all been waiting for some exciting news with real estate, and I think it's around the corner.
Or we are. I don't know if you guys are, but we are. We're excited for some changes in real estate.
It's coming. It's coming. So, you know, it's been a rocky couple years in the industry. But historically, after hard times come good times. So anyone else ready for good times? Yeah? There we go. All right, you guys. Well, this was so much fun. Thank you for joining us here, talking about flipping your life. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, you guys. Thank you so much.